Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday over there. June 8th, 2015. What's going on? Bonjour tout le monde. Je m'appelle Guillaume. Je voudrais 1664, s'il vous plaît. I can't fucking say it anymore, man. I'm ready to come home. I've had a great time over here, but no matter how much of a good time you're having, at some point you miss your stuff. You want to go home and see your dog. You know? You'd just like to fucking speak your own language. I'm so fucking sick of trying to speak this shit over here. I'm having a great time. My French is better than it's ever been. But I am fucking, la même chose, s'il vous plaît. That means more of the same. If you're ever in a bar and you finally get your fucking out whatever you wanted, you know what I mean? Je voudrais my fucking Jack Daniels on ice or whatever. Once you get that shit out and they know what the fuck you're saying when they come back, and they're like, oui, monsieur. You just point at your glass, you go, la même chose, s'il vous plaît. And they go, ah oui. And they walk away and they come back and magically they give you another fucking, another glass of whatever the fuck you just ordered. And I also found out over here that I like green beans. I always thought green beans, it's like, all right, whatever, I forget what they call them over here. Arugats. I can't even remember. I fucking look at it and I can read it and I know how to say it, je voudrais salade arugats vert, whatever the fuck you say, right? And all it is green beans with a little bit of fucking this mustard dressing they put on them. And I gotta tell you, it's out of this fucking world. So much shit over here that I don't like over in the States is really out of this world over here. And I've been eating like a fucking animal over here, and I haven't really been putting on the weight that I put on when I'm in the States, because I don't know what the fuck they do. Even like the chicken. Poulet, roti, s'il vous plaît, right? Fucking rotisserie chicken over here. I swear to God. Our chicken over there is on steroids. I don't know I don't know what the deal is. Like, we bought a full chicken, and, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was a little buzzed. And I can carve a chicken or a turkey like nobody's fucking business. Why? Because I'm some sort of chef? No, because I watched a YouTube video that broke it down. So I'm sitting there looking at this chicken, and like I said, I was a couple of drinks in. I couldn't figure out where the breast meat was. I couldn't tell really the top from the bottom of the thing because I'm so used to our Mark McGuire roided up fucking chickens that, it's puffing up like it's going to Gold's fucking gym over there, right? And, it's just, it's like their chicken over here looks like a fitness model, right? Where ours looks like, who's that guy in the Astros that played third base that never got busted for fucking looking like, the same body type as Robert Newhouse? That's what our chicken looks like. And, and the green beans are smaller and they're way more tastier. And I was over here going, I fucking love green beans. I didn't know that. I think that the ones we have over where we're at, they're shit. And I'm not trashing America. I'm not being one of these cunts that goes to another country like, oh my God, everything they have over here is fucking wonderful. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that, I'm actually talking to the rest of the world that makes fun of how fucking fat Americans are. Like I don't know. I don't know what happened, but there's something wrong with our goddamn food. Having said that, though, I would rather look at a fat American than a fat European, because at least an American at some point in his life did a fucking push-up and has some sort of shoulders and some arms and a little bit of chest on him. These fucking fatties over here, they're like, they got like chick bodies. Like they never did a pull-up in their life or anything, and then they just get fat. And then they keep wearing the tight T-shirt, Like those gay guys do. The gay guys in West Hollywood, I don't give a fuck what shape they're in, they wear a tight shirt. But the gay dudes, in America at least have the decency. They're still trying. They're going to the gym, so they don't look that bad. At least they got some fucking guns on them. You know, they got some pecs, right? Some older guy pecs. I mean, I should talk right now. That's what I look like. I look like a fucking Tuesday afternoon stripper right now with my shirt off. You know, you could see how at one point maybe I used to dance on Saturday night, but now I've had like 2 or 3 fucking kids out of wedlock too, so it was a hard 2 or 3, right? No fucking alimony. Even if I know who the fucking father is, he doesn't have any money. You can't get blood from the stone. That dude's sitting in jail. You know, it's stupid. He should be out driving a truck somewhere, right? Why the fuck isn't my laptop charging? It's another thing I'm fucking sick of. I'm sick of this fucking lack of American electricity over here. I'm just a fucking grouchy cunt right now. But anyway, having said all that, you know, we're still having a great time over here. I'm just, you know what I realized? I haven't really been vacationing over here as much as I've been on like a 7-day bender. It's like, I gotta stop. Like at some point we finally just said, like, you know, when we live at home, you know, we don't go out to a bar every night. You just, when you're on vacation, you feel like, I got to do something every night. And one of those things you could do is actually relax and get a good night's sleep, you know. And you would think, you know, being 14 or 6, how the fuck you say it? 14 6. I just did a YouTube thing. I said 16 first. Soon to be, not 14, 4. 4-7. That's what I'm going to be on Wednesday or Thursday. Mercredi or jeudi. I don't fucking know. I just woke up. Fuck you. Anyways, you'd think being almost 47 years old that I would have learned that by now. But I didn't. You know, and there's probably a lot of you looking down on me like I'm some sort of fucking asshole. But no, you never really learned that lesson either. What happened to you is you got married and you had a fucking kid. And from what I've heard from parents is kids don't give a fuck about a hangover. So just because you don't want to deal with your kid, you stop drinking. Or maybe you love the thing, right? To the point where you don't want to be the drunk mom or dad. But I swear to God, you know, parents, anytime they get a chance, for the most part, they steal away a couple of minutes. If the grandparents come over and take the kids, they're immediately in the liquor cabinet, right? All right, well, there you go. Sorry. You know what this really is me just feeling like I'm drinking too much. So instead, I got to fucking lash out at people who never really said anything to me. Maybe are just sitting there with a kid going, hey, Bill, you know, I'm just kind of enjoying the podcast. There's no reason for you to be a cunt to me because you're a freckled booze bag. And you know what? I'll take that. I will take that. You know what? You're right, and I apologize. You see that? Trying to be more mature. So anyways, also, you know what the thing is yesterday I went to the French Open, and that was like the big thing that I wanted to do. So I think mentally I kind of checked out. Like, all right, I'm done. I had the croissants. I had the baguettes. I sat in the cafes, and I fucking did whatever the fuck I did. I went to the French Open, you know. I took my lady out on her birthday. I got her a really nice gift. I feel like I'm done. Like, roll credits. And I still got 2 days here before I fly back. 2-3 days before I fly back. And but I know what this is. This is the calm before the storm. You know, rather than being depressed that it's almost over, I'm actually kind of excited because I'm ready to go back. But somewhere around 2 in the afternoon today, it's going to hit me like, oh, fuck. You know, I only got another 2.5 days here. And then the drinking's going to start all over again. And there is something about the fact that Jim Morrison died in this town that you really feel like a pussy if you just fucking go home. So what I'm saying to you is I'm going to be fucking hammered until about Wednesday. Or mercredi. Okay, so this is the Monday Morning Podcast. You know what I did the other night? Before I went to the French Open, I got my NHL feed to work, and I watched Game 2 of Tampa Bay versus Chicago. And what a fucking game. What a series. I'm so psyched that I actually was able to see that because I'm fucking missing the Cavs Sacramento series, as I called it last week. The Cavs Golden State series. It looks like a classic. I don't think the first game went into overtime, but I know that the Warriors won by 2, and then last night the Cavaliers won by 2 in overtime, and I just saw the look on the Cavaliers' faces, like, you know, after they had won it, like there was that combination of happiness and anger, where you're just like, all right, these guys are fucking dialed in. This is going to be a hell of a series. And I did see something funny on the NBA website talking about Steph Curry. It says, one bad night or something worse, which is the classic symptom of all these different sports outlets that, you know, someone just can't have a bad game. All of a sudden, it's got to be, oh my God, is the fucking sky falling? So, anyways, I watched game 2, even though I knew I had to be up by I had to be over at Roland Garros by fucking 11 a.m. So I had to be up at 10, and the fucking hockey game didn't come on till like fucking 1 in the morning. So I was up till 4 in the morning watching that shit, going, I don't give a fuck. I'm watching this shit. And first of all, like an asshole, I thought that I had to be over at the French Open at 11 a.m. because I just thought it was the men's finals, and that was it. And by the way, I'm sick of people giving me shit on Twitter for calling it the Stanley Cup Finals. My whole life, we called it the Stanley Cup Finals. It was the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals. And people go, there's not more than one final. Well, tell that to the fucking NBA. All right? I don't give a fuck. You fucking grammatic cunt. I've watched all of them. I've watched every Stanley Cup final or finals, whatever the fuck you want to call it, since the fucking Islanders' 4th championship. All right? So you're going back to 1983. I've watched 33 of them. So go fuck yourself about whether there's an S there or not. I don't care. And I also was calling it the Stanley Cup Finals my whole fucking life, and nobody ever gave me shit. Once again, maybe that's because now I just feel stupid, and I'm lashing out at you. Maybe you were just saying, hey, Bill, not trying to be a dick, but hey, it's the Stanley Cup Final. That's how the NHL, the league that you watch, decides to call it. Whatever. So I watched that shit, the Stanley Cup Final, until 4 a.m. And so we fucking get up out of bed, and we go over to the fucking Subway. And not trying to figure it out, we went into like where you had to buy the tickets, and it was really confusing, super confusing. There was all, you know, how far out of Paris do you want to go? There was like 3 different level of tickets to buy. It was a complete fucking pain in the ass. So we asked the lady in behind the booth, and she was a total cunt. She was on the phone, hated her fucking job, was just an asshole. This is nothing against French people or Parisians, because everybody's been an absolute sweetheart to us over here, and very patient as I try to speak French, you know. And so we just said, fuck it. And we got out and we got a cab, and we cruised over, and we get over there, right? And we just breeze through. There's like no fucking line, you know. I walk into the gift shop. There's nobody in there. I'm looking around. I'm like, wow, this is some really ugly merchandise. And then I realized it's the last day of the tournament. All the good shit is gone, which struck me as funny. But I still got a mug, a hat, and a shirt, and the beach towel. It was a big bucket list thing for me. I always wanted to go to this fucking thing. So, and Nia, this is the funniest thing ever. She was she was over it before we even got there. She doesn't give a fuck. She just did not give a shit on any level. And I was asking her about something. I forget what she said, and I just could tell the way she said it. I was like, oh, hey, check it out. You know, I didn't think they had my size, but I went over the other side. I found this shirt. They actually had my size. And she just goes, oh, yeah? And I just bursted out laughing, which made her laugh. And I was like, I just said to her, I said, look, I know you don't want to be here. I know that, like, how you're feeling right now is how I feel when I sit down when you go to try something on in a fucking department store. Except this is going to take 3 fucking hours. So I apologize, you know. Let me go find you some booze, right? So I got her some champagne and shit. And she's just trashing me and trashing, like, the people that are there and all the fucking thing, you know, and just making me laugh my ass off. As she's trying to be a sweetheart, go, no, I know this is a big thing for you. I know you want to enjoy yourself here. And I was just laughing, going, look at you. You want to just jump out of your own skin. You so don't want to fucking be here right now. So, and all I'm doing is looking around going, why? And then there's barely anybody here. And then I thought I figured it out, going, oh, I know why, because there's only one match today. Whereas before I've gone to these tennis tournaments and there's like, you know, there's the semi-pro things going on the satellite courts. There's like, you know, 4 or 5, you know, different matches going on, 2 different venues. Some people just have tickets for the first half of the day, some for the whole day, some for the late one. So there's this whole overlapping crowd. And then I realized that that's not what it was. I realized that it was 11 a.m. and that the men's final did not start until 3 p.m. And that what was actually happening at 12 noon was the final for the women's doubles fucking class. And I realized at that point that not only was Nia going to be there for the 3 hours of that, she was going to be there for the 3 hours of the men's final. And just the look on her fucking face. I feel real bad. I completely wore her out yesterday. And so anyways, and I'm sitting there going like, I fucking hate doubles tennis. So now it's like, all I was thinking is like, we both could have still slept in because we were sitting there like zombies. Because I kind of kept her up because I was cheering on the game and everything. And so we get over there and it's like, well, fuck it. We might as well go in and watch the women's doubles final. And I went in there and this is the most fucked up thing. Dude, there was like fucking 70 people in the crowd for a tennis major final. And we went in there and I watched the fucking match. And Nia at some point is like, all right, I'm going to go down and go get a whatever the fuck, a glass of wine or something. And she goes, I need to walk around. I'm going to fall asleep. Because, you know, we've been sleeping till like 1, so we've just, because we're still fucking jet lagged or whatever. Or whatever, because we've been going out till 4 in the morning. Who's kidding who? So she had to walk around just so she wouldn't fall asleep. And I sat there and I watched the match and I totally fucking got into it. And there was one American playing, Bethany, I hope I say it right, Maddox Sands. And I was watching her during the warm-ups, and I was like going, she's fucking good, man. And then on the other team, they had this really tall woman who played up near the net the whole time, and she was a fucking beast. She was the shit. And right out of the gate, it just looked like the team with the American on it was going to lose. They just seemed overmatched and all that, and they lost the first set. And I'm thinking like, you know, selfishly, I'm thinking like, well, you know, they lose the first set, this will be over quick, you know what I mean? They drop the second set, and then we're on to the men's final, right? And they fucking came back, won the second set, and then the other girls, women, they fucking bared down. Hang on a second, I gotta blow my fucking nose, hold on. And magically, I'm back 2 seconds later. So the other women, they just fucking immediately, the third set, they just fucking come out swinging. And it just looks like, all right, now they're going to take over. They had a little fucking brain fart in the second set. And, dude, it was like a heavyweight fight. Then all of a sudden, the other girls started coming back. I really should have their fucking names, the championship names. It was Lucy Safarova and Bethany Maddox Sands, and they just fucking hung in there. They fucking broke them, and then they put the fucking hammer down, and they ended up winning it, and it was a fucking awesome game, and I swear to God, there was 70 fucking people in the crowd. I took a picture of it. I'll try to I'm not going to be able to upload it till I get back here because I didn't get a cell phone plan because I always get a cell phone plan when I go overseas. And they go, yeah, you have unlimited minutes and texting. You'll get a bill for like $70. And then I come home and it's always like fucking $400. You know, you're there for like 20 minutes and it says, warning, you're out of your fucking minutes for the day. And then what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're not going to take calls or whatever. So I just have not been on my phone. I just shut the fucking thing off. So anyways, so we watched that, had a great time. And then we came out and we were walking around and I don't know, I was fighting this feeling because I always wanted to go to the French Open. And there was something when I was at the French Open that was just fucking bugging me. And I couldn't figure out what it was. And I was like, am I jet lagged? Am I not enjoying this because I know my wife isn't enjoying this? And blah, 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 whatever. So we end up going in to the men's final, right? And it was Novak Djokovic against this guy who I never heard of, Stanislas Wawrinka. So I'm sitting there and I see that, you know, what's his face isn't in it. Who's that fucking guy who wins it every year? Rafael Nadal. Right? That fucking guy, I don't know, he won 9 of the last 10 of them. It's insane. He won in 2005, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. Then he won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. No one can ever get the 6. Right? Roger Federer won it in 2009, fucking up his 10-year run. But I mean that's one of the to me that's one of the greatest accomplishments in modern day sports. Who the fuck's won 9 out of 10 championships at the pro level? You got to go back to the Boston Celtics when they played in the 1960s in that YMCA league, right? So, anyways, and I'm just looking at this other guy. This Stanislas Wawrinka, he's like ranked 8th, and I lean over to my wife I go, Nia, man, I go, this guy's going to get his fucking ass kicked, all right? Nadal's not in it. I don't know shit about tennis, right? I just watch the majors. And I'm just like, this guy's going to get his fucking ass kicked. This, don't worry, this will be over. You know, he'll probably win in 3 sets, maybe 4. And so she's like, okay, all right. So I'm sitting there watching the fucking thing, all right? And, Djokovic wins the first set, and then the second set comes, but like he only broke Wawrinka once. And then in the second set, this Wawrinka dude is just fucking, he's coming like a champ. He breaks Djokovic twice, and he ends up winning, like, he lost the first set 6-4, and then he won the second set 6-4. And when the set was over, when Djokovic had lost the second set, he fucking, he slammed his racket down on the clay, and it bounced up and he caught it, and then he slammed it 2 more fucking times, and it broke. And the whole crowd started booing. Right? And that's when it hit me. It's like, that's what it is. I don't like this fucking crowd. I don't like the crowd that goes to tennis matches. I don't like how they whistle when they get upset. They hiss. And if you show any sort of fucking emotion that's like anger, like in the first set, I think that Wawrinka guy, he fucking slammed his racket down twice on the net. They boo. You know, because it's supposed to be a gentleman's game. Get the fuck out of here, you rich cunts. How did you guys get your money? Being a gentleman? You fucking bootleggers. Give me a break. What, you got a clothing line? You got crying children sewing the shit together? And you're fucking sitting here now trying to tell people how to act like a fucking gentleman? All right, this is me judging these fucking rich cunts, right? So, and I realized in that moment, I was like, that's why I don't fucking like this shit. This is why I can never quite totally get into fucking tennis, is because whenever I go to a live event, there's that element there. That fucking gray poupon pretending to be something that you're not. You know what I mean? Like every time your stock doesn't go down, you don't throw a chalice across the fucking, your manor. is just screaming at your stockbroker. Give me a fucking break. And now you're mad at this guy in his little short shorts? I love when Wawrinka slammed the racket down. I saw that he wasn't intimidated by it. I saw that he was fucking mad at himself, and he wanted to fucking win. And I saw Djokovic after the first set, when he won his first set, he turned around and looked at his coach and he pumped his fist. And I was thinking, this guy's dialed in. And now there's something about tennis when you fucking blow a set to have to start all over again. You know, at ground zero, and have to fight all of those fucking games again. And block out the fact that, dude, I could just be one set away. Instead, I'm tied. And we've been playing for a fucking hour and a half, and we're still tied. And this is annoying. Like, there's all of that, like, those moments where you're starting to give the match away. And it's like, do you have it in you to come back? And then you're watching the other person going, does this person have it in him to finish this other guy off? And so anyways, Wawrinka ends up winning the third set. So now he's up 2-1. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? And then Djokovic just digs in and fucking comes out and wins the first 3 games of the fourth set. And I'm like, yeah, this guy's got the championship gene. This is going to go 5. And then this Wawrinka guy is going to have to think like, wow, man, I had this guy in the ropes and I let him off. And is he going to have it in him to fucking come back? So these guys are showing emotion. And every time they show anger, these fucking rich blue blood cunts are booing them. It's like you're watching 2 fucking warriors down here and you're booing some of the best part of the game. They're getting mad because they want to win, you cunts. This is phenomenal tennis. So, anyways, fucking Stanislas just fucking, all of a sudden, okay, he's serving, so then he wins, it's 3-1, and then he breaks Djokovic, 3-2, and then he wins his next servicing, it's fucking 3-3. And I'm sitting there looking at Nia going like, this might be over in 4 if this guy can fucking hang on and finish him off, and then also you can finally go home and sleep. And that's when it ended up happening. Wawrinka ended up coming back, and it was a crazy thing because, you know, I don't watch a lot of tennis. And so at first I was for Djokovic because I knew that he had never won, and he was going to get the career Grand Slam, which is basically winning on all 3 surfaces, hard court, grass, and clay. And then this Wawrinka guy, I didn't think he'd ever won a major, which I still don't think he did. I don't know shit about tennis, obviously. And so I was kind of rooting for him. Plus, there was a ton of Djokovic fans. So immediately it's like, oh, man, this, you know, fuck these rich cunts. I want to see the Swiss guy win just to watch all these people have to put their flags down. Oh, that was another thing, too. When people would yell out, you know, all what is Djokovic? He's Serbian or something. And when they would yell out all their Serbian shit, like every once in a while, some English-speaking person would go, shut up. It's, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to cheer. That's another thing about certain these fucking hoity-toity sports, like golf and everything, how everybody has to shut the fuck up. It has to be perfectly quiet. If anybody like fucking shuffles in their seat or takes a picture as somebody's going to putt or fucking go to, you know, he hit the tennis ball, like the athlete glares at him. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you see what people are doing when somebody's taking a foul shot or fucking trying to kick a field goal? These goddamn golfers and tennis players, they'd start fucking crying. So I don't know. I'm not 100% sold on it, but I will say it was one of the great events that I've ever been to, and I would definitely go to it again. I wouldn't drag my wife to it. I've now been to 3 of the majors. The only one left I have to go to is Wimbledon. So next time I go to England or something, I'll try to set it up around that. And I'll go to that, and I won't drag her to it. And she'll be like, no, I want to go. I like it. I like to dress up. And it's like, you don't like it. So anyways, that was the experience. And another thing, too, what I got there is you just can't believe how fucking small it is. It's like this major. It's this big-time championship, and it's this little intimate thing. Like, I swear to God, just go on StubHub and get tickets. Sit at the top of the stadium. It'll still be way better than any seats you'll ever get at an NBA final. or a Stanley Cup final or anything for the money. And you're not even going to be that far away. And everybody has to be so fucking quiet. You can actually hear him grunting and groaning like you're sitting courtside. And then the tennis court is just super fucking small. It really is one of the great, you know, if you're going to go to a championship things as far as like a sporting event that you can go to, was phenomenal. And I absolutely, you know, I've never seen tennis played on clay before, so that was totally cool. And then I also remembered that fucking hilarious chapter in John McEnroe's book where he'd won Wimbledon, he won the U.S. Open, he won the Australian Open, and he needed the career Grand Slam to win the French Open. And 1 year he actually had it won, and he ended up fucking up, and he blew it. And every time he goes there to commentate, he thinks about it. And I told you that great thing that he said, like when he was fucking up. 1 year when he was fucking it up, he screamed at the top of his lungs, "I hate this country," which to me is one of the fucking great things ever yelled out during a game. And of course, you know, he got booed, which probably made him play better in the next game, which is why I love John McEnroe. So anyways, so that was my big sporting event thing that I did on this trip. And now that it's fucking over, looking back, I think I'm just going to have, I don't know, maybe more fun the next time I go to one. And actually, like, I still totally enjoyed it, but I really got fucking annoyed by them booing him when they showed any sort of emotion that wasn't gentlemanly behavior. I don't know. That fucking bugged. Maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know. Anyways, Jesus Christ, I just rambled for 31 fucking minutes. Let's get through some advertising here. You know, it's just funny. Every year around Father's Day, they always have, you know, the Man Grate comes around. All right? Here we go. Man Grate, everybody. Attention, grill masters. If your father is a man of exquisite taste, there's no finer gift than the ultimate steakhouse experience right in his very own backyard. Man Grate with 100% cast iron grill grates. The Man Grate. What's a Man Grate, you ask? Man Grates are American-made, high-quality, 100% cast iron grates that sit right on top of your existing grates. Too many grates in this. Weighing in at 8 pounds, no ounces apiece, Man Grates ensure a juicy, tender meat with no flare-ups and a perfect Theamax every time. Man Grate's patented design delivers steakhouse quality flavor right at home. Take advantage of the Monday Morning Podcast Father's Day special and get 40% off all cast iron grates and premium brushes at mangrate.com when fans use Burr 21. Burr 21. The number. You don't have to spell it. Relax. Spend $50 or more this Father's Day with Man Grate, and Dad will receive a premium United States of Bacon t-shirt. Don't forget, is it any wonder we die before women? Like Mother's Day, they're getting like lotions and shit. Cook some more red meat and profess your love of bacon. Don't forget the brush, everybody. Man Grate has designed their long bristle brush to get down deep between each rail. Keep your grates in prime grilling condition. Order by Monday, June 15th for guaranteed arrival by Father's Day anywhere in the United States. Make sure to go to mangrate.com and enter my coupon code BURR21, Burr21 at checkout. All right. Uber. Hey, you like making great money, right? Sure, we all do. Here's a really cool opportunity that I evidently had to share with you. Driving with Uber. Uber's that popular smartphone app that connects riders with drivers. Evidently, I take Uber a bunch. Evidently, I love them, by the way. And I hate when they do this shit. Uber is international. They have it here in France. You're doing great. They don't need to have me say that I take it. I don't fucking take it. I take cabs. I take cabs because nobody who drives a cab knows who the fuck I am. All right? But those Uber guys, you know, they're always like, hey, you're that guy from the thing and you live here. So I don't. I like getting, hello, my friend. I still take cabs. Not said, but I love Uber. I get jealous whenever my wife fucking takes it because it fucking comes there way quicker than a cab. It's the fucking way to go. All right? Unless you've been on I Love the 80s. Then you gotta weigh your options. Or maybe tell them you live on a different street and walk a block over. All right, some of them have really interesting stories as to why they drive with Uber. What, like cab drivers don't? I used to be a doctor. In my country, I was president. They love being their own boss. They earn great money. It's easy to start. You just need a car and a license. This is the part I love. And if I was, I would definitely fucking do this. Driving with Uber is great for anyone who needs flexibility. Parents, this is a really easy way to work around your family schedule. Students, you can make some extra money between classes. Now's the prime time to cash in driving with Uber. You'll thank me for telling you how to get paid every week. I could be getting into your car when you drive with Uber. Yeah, if I'm with my wife. Call to action. You got a car and a license? Put them both to work and start earning serious life-changing money. Sign up with Uber. Visit drivewithuber.com. That's drivewithuber, UBER.com, drivewithuber.com. That is a fucking great way to make money. You already got your car. You're making payments on it. Why not make it fucking work for you? There you go. I totally understand it. All right. Dollar Shave Club, everybody. All right. People, I'm fed up. Evidently I'm fed up. Who still hasn't joined Dollar Shave Club? They're awesome. No, I'm serious. Their razors are amazing, and it's more convenient and cost a fraction of the price. What's the issue? Still don't get it? Here's how the club works. Go to dollarshaveclub.com and pick up one of their 3 great razors. The 2-blade Humble Twin, the 4-blade 4X, and this, if you're a fucking werewolf, the 6-blade Executive. I guess that's what I use. No, I don't. You get your first box in about a week. It includes a free handle and a sleeve of blade cartridges. It's high-quality stuff. Got that weight to it, like the expensive ones I've used before. Oh, God, this is making my teeth hurt. My exec had 6 stainless... I don't have a fucking exec. I understand you sell it, and I will help you fucking sell it. And I understand it's great. Stop saying I have it when I don't. All right, the Execs has 6 stainless steel blades, a 90-degree pivot head, and an aloe strip. All right? You'll never get a shave like this. After that, they're trying to say I never got a shave like that. I personally, I think 2 blades is all you need. 1 sucks. 2 is the perfect one. Anytime you get 3 or more, even with my cute little butt nose, I got to start adjusting my nose because it can't get fucking under there. All right? You made me say that, Dollar Shave Club, by putting fucking words in my mouth. All right, after that, they mail you 4 replacement blades every month or every other. And you'll never have to worry about it again. That's it. If you haven't joined, you're missing out. Simple as that. Try dollarshaveclub.com/Burr, B-U-R-R. That's dollarshaveclub.com/Burr. Father's Day is around the corner, and Dollar Shave Club makes a great, great gift. There you go. I don't understand why they got to make me say I'm doing all this shit. It's a fucking great product. They totally rip you off at the drugstore. These fucking people got the same quality razors. You sign up for the shit, and they bring them to you, and there you go. You get that 20 minutes of your life back every fucking week or every month, whatever the hell you did. Why can't you just write copy like that? Why do you got to sit there and say I have that shit? I don't have that shit. Oh, God, I'm in a cunty mood, huh? All right. All right. Oh, I saw this fucking story. This really annoyed the shit out of me. Surprise, surprise. It said, there's this cute little fucking story. And God knows, the internet either likes a we should burn this person at the stake story or this little cute-ass story. Like, you know, I thought my life is over, and then this kitten showed up. And what happened next will bring you tears of joy. I refuse to... This kitten showed up. I fucking refuse to read any of those. And I have never told any of you guys, I just need you, could you do me a favor? Please stop clicking on those. You know what I mean? I was sitting on a park bench and a wizard walked up to me, and what he had to say next will change your life. And then you get on there, and it's like a quarter of the story, and then you got to fucking figure out how to click. What is it? Clickbait. That's what they call it. All right? And I'll tell you, I fucking was able to figure it out after falling for it about 162 times. I realized that all the stories sounded fake. None of the shit was really inspiring. I never cried. I never laughed. I just got fucking annoyed. And I had a bunch of pop-up ads. So, I don't know. You don't have to do it. Go ahead. Continue to click on it. Who the fuck am I to tell you what to do? But I always laugh when I read those now. And you wouldn't believe what happens next. You won't believe what happens next as I scroll on to the next fucking story, you douche. By the way, I love Facebook. I absolutely love it. I don't give a fuck if it makes me sound like an old man. I am an old man, and I like how they have all these interesting stories picked out for me by some other douche on Facebook, rather than having to try to find them myself. So anyway, I'm scrolling through the Facebook, as us older people say, and there was just supposed to be this cute, heartwarming fucking story. And it was about how people were delayed for 6 hours in the airport. But through some unbelievable miracle, the cast of The Lion King and Aladdin was there at the airport. Right? And they're acting like this is some fucking amazing thing. It's like, no, this is the cast of the traveling fucking show. This is what these people do. Because after it's a hit on Broadway, the people then want to make money and take it around the country for people who don't have time, the money, or whatever to fucking go to New York. The whole country can't go to New York and squeeze into that theater, so they have a couple of traveling shows. So lo and behold, you imagine this. You're at the fucking airport. Your flight is delayed 6 hours. And then for some reason, the fact that the cast of The Lion King and Aladdin is there, like this was supposed to be heartwarming, that it made it like a better thing. This is what happened. They started singing the fucking songs to Aladdin or The Lion King. Just imagine you're sitting there stuck in a fucking airport, and then all of a sudden some douche starts doing this. Oh my God, will you shut the... Would you guys shut the fuck up? Hey! I'm stuck in an airport! Shut the fuck up! You're making it worse! Right? Isn't that what you would say? The last fucking thing I would need is I'm sitting there hating my fucking life is somebody going, you ever think that most people fucking hate Broadway shows? All right. I don't, you know, there's very few people that actually enjoy Broadway shows. Okay. It's children. It's the gay community. Oh my God. I can't say the next group because then I'll just get, I'm just picturing, you know, and then I don't know. I don't know. It's fucking people who are old people. You know what I mean? Who went to Funny Girl in Oklahoma, and they actually, you know, when movies back in the day, when you'd be watching a movie, and all of a sudden in the middle, you have the dialogue. They would just break out into a song, and they would start dancing. It's like leftover vaudevillian horse shit, and you know, this is like a kid's movie that you turned into a fucking musical. So it sucks on two levels now. You've married two fucking things. All right, very, very rarely is a kid's movie like a Toy Story is great. All right? But I got to be honest with you. The whole fucking, you know, like pretty much the rest of them, like Bugs Bunny is funny. You know what I mean? Pinky and the Brain is funny. SpongeBob SquarePants is funny. Sesame Street is funny because they throw in jokes for adults, but a lot of them, you know what I mean? The Care Bears, the fucking Mon-Chi-Chi or whatever the other ones are. And that's like Mon-Chi-Chi. Remember that? Mon-Chi-Chi, Mon-Chi-Chi. Oh, so soft and cuddly. Mon-Chi-Chi, Mon-Chi-Chi. It's a creepy monkey, right? They would turn that into a fucking musical. And then your girlfriend or your gay uncle or your fucking, you know, the person who's in the sugar salt fucking problem, right? Some fatty will take you to the goddamn thing and you got to sit there. All right? But at least you're prepared for it when you go to a Broadway show. The last fucking thing you need, I mean, is oh, my God. And the only thing worse than those fucking people singing that horse shit would be the people standing around enjoying it, the looks on their faces. Oh my God, can you believe it? They're singing like angels, right? They're not. It's fucking horrible. The whole fucking thing is horrible, and it was probably written by some white dude, and somewhere in Africa, it's probably really offensive. That whole fucking talking lions and all that shit, and turning their place into this magical mystery tour, right? The same way when Aladdin came out, people from the Middle East hated that horse shit as we ate it up. Oh my God, Robin Williams, rest his soul, was fucking hilarious as the Aladdin, right? As they're flying on carpets coming out of tea kettles. They didn't like that shit either. They didn't like 300. They didn't like any of that fucking horse shit. Now you got these cunts singing at the airport. For the love of God, they should have made him go walk into that little fish tank where they make smokers go to. Go fucking sing in there. All right? Jesus Christ, I'm in a fucking mood. Would you know I'm on vacation right now and I am gay Paris? I hate that shit. I got to be honest with you. I'm a bit of the Grinch. I have major issues with heartwarming stories. They never make me emotional. They make me fucking angry. Like that singing there made me fucking angry. But I'll tell you things that make me actually get like emotional, where I almost start tearing up, is when I watch kids fighting on YouTube. And I'll see the kid that should have lost all of a sudden flip out and beat the kid that should have beat him. That actually will make me emotional. Now, I don't know what that says about me, but, you know, I don't know. Whatever. Maybe that's just not for me. Oh, my God. I've been into so many fucking airports, and there's so much shit to annoy you. The last thing you need. And out of all the fucking songs to break into, you break into that fucking, that whatever the fuck that is, like that helium balloon. What is that shit people you suck on, like helium? I mean, that's like, that was what was just happening there, was like 40 Yoko Onos all at the same time in harmony singing some like that. That's some shit that Yoko would have screamed out while the Beatles were playing, thinking that she was adding to the music. All right. I might get some complaints over that one, you know. People like, you know, I always feel like there's something sad about people who go to Broadway shows. That's not even true, because what's his face? The South Park guys did like the greatest one ever that I would have gone to, but, you know, they were sold out for like 9 years. And at that point, I just go, I don't want to do this. You know what I mean? Are you guys like me? Like, I just, like, if there's a line, I just say, well, yeah, evidently I'm not going to have that experience. That's how I don't feel like there's ever a reason to stand in a fucking line unless you're in a labor camp. Okay? And they're handing out slop. Right? I was kidding. I'll stand in line to go see a good show, like a rock star or something like that. But like, if there's like a fucking, see how I just subtly covered myself there? If I gotta clarify this. Like, if they go, oh my God, this place has the best fucking burgers, and I show up and there's a line around the block, I just go, well, I guess I'm never gonna have one. I'm not fucking, what are we in Russia? I'm gonna stand in a fucking bread line here. I'm not doing that, okay? Why don't you fucking assholes get a bigger space and add some more fucking tables? Right? Is that wrong? Did this whole thing just go off the fucking rails? I don't even know. All right, let's get to some questions here for the week. Did I get through everything? All I know is I'm really excited to get home, and I'm home for like 4 days, and I go back out on tour, and I am so jonesing to do fucking stand-up. I got this Bruce Jenner idea that I want to do that has nothing. And actually, I'm not making fun of what he did. What he did actually made me feel, considering his accomplishments, made me feel like less of a man. So that's going to be my angle on the whole thing. All right, here we go. Raging Bull. Dear Billy the Raging Bull. I don't know what that means. bullshitter, maybe. I was once a financial banker. Yes, one of those rotten scoundrels that wore a monkey suit and worked like a tool alongside other corporate douchebags. It took me a few years to actually see how shitty this industry really was, filled with douchey cunts that would do anything to get ahead. I fucking hated it. One day, a work colleague asked me to help him train for one of those white-collar charity boxing events. It's basically an event where a regular corporate dude laces up a pair of gloves. Oh, corporate dudes. Oh, I've seen that. And they fight each other, and they have to go at it in a boxing ring, all to raise money for some cutthroat charity. I know, right? Oh, by the way, somebody gave me shit for reading that thing about the Red Cross, going, there's a great organization, and you totally classified them as being pieces of shit just because of one bad story. And it's like, no, I didn't. I actually said that I don't know if part of this is because what's going on down in Haiti, blah, 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 blah. And as I did that, I remembered, like, wait a minute. Didn't they get shit for what they did during 9/11? So I actually wrote the guy back. I was like, no, I didn't. I didn't trash him. But by the way, here's another article. All right, with your precious Red Cross. Anyways, he said, I've been competing since I was in college, and it was more of a hobby than anything else. So I agreed to help my coworker with some of his training. After arriving at my coworker's boxing gym and watching some of the other corporate monkeys hit the heavy bag and spar, I really wanted to enter myself into this event. Ah, dude, you're a fucking ringer. He said these corporate noodles couldn't punch themselves out of a wet paper bag, and I thought how satisfying it would be to beat the living shit out of one of these aspiring douchey banker cunts. Ah, dude, come on, man, you can't do that. Although it would be kind of funny. A body shot's funny. You can't hit him in the head. Anyways, he said, I went over the idea with my boxing coach. He really didn't approve of the notion of a trained fighter ripping up some regular Joe Schmo. Exactly. He goes, so unfortunately, I didn't enter the event. To this day, I still regret not having the chance to trash one of those corporate douches in the ring. It would have felt so sweet. My question to you is, if you had some sort of formal training in a combat sport, and there was a chance for you to enter a celebrity boxing event, who would you love to fight? It could be another comedian, celebrity, sports figure, anyone who would be across the ring from you to pummel. Long-term update, I have since left that soul-sucking corporate gig to pursue a year of world travel. Yeah, with your blood money and competition in boxing. I'm just fucking with you, dude. God bless you. Have a good time. Seeing you live in Toronto, Pittsburgh, in Brisbane, Australia. Keep kicking ass, Bill. All right. If I was formally trained in combat, like, there's no way I would fight someone else unless they were formally trained or if they were trying to hurt me. Come on, you can't fucking do that. But seeing how I'm not formally trained, who would I want to fight? And I get to win, the toughest fucking guy out there. So I look like a stud. There's really nobody I want to beat the shit out of. Is there? I'd fight the cast of Aladdin. No, I wouldn't do that. That's just a lose-lose. Either you beat up a bunch of fucking Broadway singers, or worse, you lose to them. Let me tell you who I wouldn't fight. I wouldn't fight Joe Rogan. There's a long list of people that I wouldn't fight. Mark Wahlberg, I wouldn't fight him. I love to is all the people listening right now going, dude, I'd fucking kick that guy's ass, would you? Would you? I don't think you would. Who else? Ving Rhames. I wouldn't fight Ving Rhames. You know what it is? It's the people that like either are in shape or they just have a certain fucking vibe about them. Where you're just like, yeah, I would fuck with that guy. There's a lot of people I wouldn't fight. Dude, I'm 47 next week. Most of Hollywood I wouldn't fight. Most of Hollywood I would fucking lose to. I would, I'd throw a fucking little girly jab and I would hang on and the crowd would boo. Like, when you get ripped off at a pay-per-view, like that's what my fight would look like. I was kidding. I'd get hit a couple times and then I would start spazzing out and I'd fucking just start doing the windmill punches before the person just sat in the pocket and caught me with a good fucking, I don't know, left hook and just drop me. Sit right on the seat of my pants and make weird noises. All right. Girlfriend a whore. Hey, Nia! She's probably still sleeping. All right. I like to have her for these fucking things. All right. Girlfriend a whore. And my walk of shame. Hey, Bill, I'm 22 years old, and I've been dating a lady for a few months now. Things have been going great. We click really well, and she's beautiful. Isn't it funny? All of these start this way. She's beautiful. It says, inelegant girl. I think you meant to say, that's all one word. Inelegant. Inelegant. An elegant girl? I don't know. With a great job. Things were going great until recently. She still lives at home, and one night she asked me to come over for a late-night booty call. Oh, Jesus. What's wrong with that, dude? This girl's a champ so far. Of course, I show up to her parents' house and get into bed with her. Oh, she lived at home with her parents. Okay, that's kind of weird. As I laid down, I sat on a vibrating sex toy. She was embarrassed and played it off like, oh, I just found this recently when I was cleaning through my stuff. I acted like I didn't care, but in my head, I was screaming, what the fuck? Dude, why are you acting like you didn't fucking rub one out like the day before? Yeah, but I used my hand. I went all natural. What are you looking at her like she's a fuck? She's using PEDs here? Anyways, we go at it, and I spend the night at her place. I love how you were like, what the fuck, but you still banged her. Classic guy move. Dude, this chick's a fucking psycho. Wanna fuck? Okay. In the morning, it turns out she wasn't home alone. Her dad was home, and when I do the walk of shame, out of the house, oh my God, the dad saw you? OMG. On top of it, this was the first time meeting her dad. We didn't say a word to each other, and he just gave me this death glare that screamed, this motherfucker just banged my daughter in my house. Oh, my God. Her dad flipped his shit on her and wants her to move out. She asked me if it's cool if she lives with the two guys from work. I tell her I don't care, but again, I'm thinking, what in the actual fuck is going on here? Basically, how do you think I should play this out? Should I cut my losses and get out or try to stick it out? I feel like those are some serious red flags, but I really like this girl, and until this point, things were perfect. Maybe the lovely Nia could help. Yeah, she needs to help. I would say this. Yeah, she could have handled that situation a little better with her dad. Christ. You know what? I don't think Nia's up, so... what do I do? Do I disappoint you guys, or do I let my wife sleep on the vacation? Let's go wake up my wife. Hang on. Bonjour, madame. Nia? Can you help me out with a question here? Are you still sleeping?
I did. I fell right back asleep.
All right, I'll give it to you real quick. All right? All right, here's the deal. This kid's 22. He's with this girl. She's fucking perfect. Everything's wonder. Everything's wonderful. All right? So she calls him up one night for a booty call. He goes over there. She's still living at home. And he's like, all right, her parents aren't home. So he goes up there. He goes, I get into the bed and immediately sit on one of her vibrating sex toys. And she tries to play it off like, oh, that's just something I found when I was going through my stuff. Ha, ha, ha. And he said he played it off, but was like, what the fuck? He thought it was weird. He's 22. So they bang. He wakes up the next morning, and it turns out her fucking dad is home. So he's got to do the walk of shame right past her dad. And the guy is just glaring at him like, if you just fuck my daughter in my own house, get the fuck out of here. So he gets the fuck out of there, right? And then, like the next day at work or something, she goes, yeah, my dad's pissed at me. He wants me to move out. Do you mind if I move in with two guys from work? And he's like, part of him, you know, likes the girl, and the other part is like, you know, there are too many red flags here.
What's a red flag about it?
What's a red flag about it? That, I don't know,
Is this his girlfriend?
You gotta turn towards the mic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're here.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I had the fucking recorder here.
What's red flag about it?
Well, first of all, it's like...
It's his girlfriend. You said booty call earlier.
Right.
So, if you're talking about booty call...
It's the beginning of a relationship here, and he's like, do I pursue this?
I want to ask her why she felt it was necessary to ask him permission about where she wants to live.
Right.
But, obviously, that's not the situation here.
Well, she's moving in with two guys that they work with.
And?
What do you mean, and? That's a little fucking... Well, what if... Okay, let's flip the tables. You and I just started hooking up. Hey, is it okay if I move in with these two chicks that we both work with?
Oh, they all work together?
Yeah.
Well, what would he rather...
What am I, fucking Jack Tripper? You're not going to have a problem with that? Boo, 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 ba-da-da, boo, boo, ba-da-da.
I think kids these days, they live together, males and females, and it's not like a big deal. So, now if I were her, if I were like her mom, I think it'd be a different story. But, no, I don't understand. Well, because I would just be like a mom about it, you know. But as a guy who was just hanging out with her.
Yeah, but she just fucking banged you when her dad was home, and then just fucking doesn't even have the decency to be like, hey, my dad's home. You might want to go out the fucking window. And you walk by the dad, like he's like that. He's done. Like, what's he gonna do? Have a relationship? Come over for fucking Thanksgiving? Like, his first fucking meeting is, yeah, I fucking just railed your daughter right up above you. Like,
well, if he was mature at all, he would have been like, oh, good morning, you know, my name is so and so.
And I just fucked your daughter.
Well, obviously you don't say that.
Well, what the fuck? Were we reading all night?
No, you say, hi, you know, I'm friends with such and such, and how are you? You know, you do the respect thing.
No, the respect thing was to not say a fucking word. To sit there and come down and be like, hello, how are you? And try to play it off like you didn't fuck is insulting that man's intelligence.
Well, anyway, getting back to the...
No. Let's stay with that point there.
Okay.
There's no way out of that situation other than what he did. The most respectful thing that he could have done was not say anything, because he's at least, as a man, addressing the fact that he understands that what the fuck he did, even though it wasn't on purpose, was ridiculously gonna fuck with this guy's head.
I disagree. I think what he should have done is been respectful and said, like, he saw him, like he walked by his dad.
Yeah, he went.
Dad?
Yeah, he walked by, and the guy's staring fucking daggers at him. Nia, they're fucking 22 years old.
Okay, I'm just saying. I think it would have been better if he had introduced himself, because that's.
Can you please do that to me? I'll play the dad.
That's the respectful thing to do.
I'll play the dad.
You don't just walk through somebody like a grown person's house and not say anything. That's something my parents would have felt like. You don't just walk in my house and you know what I mean? Like, I'm
almost seeing what you're saying here, but it can't be more than 2 words. Like, I would have just looked at him.
Good morning.
I would have been. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But we're talking about the red flag situation, right? The red flag is that this girl is sexual, and so that to him is a red flag. And you know what, baby doll? You need to fucking get over it.
You know something, Nia? I understand where you're going with this, where it's just like if a guy's...
She masturbates just like you do, all right? Maybe she wasn't smart about putting away her vibrators. Maybe she was thinking that you might be kind of like, oh, what is this? But, you know, you're 22. You probably don't know how to use it or don't quite understand what it's about.
He's 22. He doesn't need it. His dick is standing at attention when he fucking wakes up in the morning.
Not for him. I don't mean for him. I meant for, like, he could use it on her, like,
that's what I meant.
Play.
What the fuck you think I meant?
You said he doesn't need it, as if I was saying that she would use it on him.
No, I'm saying that he doesn't need it to pleasure her. Jesus Christ, let me confirm what I was saying.
Okay, but there's other ways.
Got that 22.
I know, Bill. I'm saying that there's other fucking. You can have like a nice strong dick that goes all night, but you can also use a vibrator as well. Like, you know this. Don't make me explain this to you. You know what I'm talking about.
I do. Okay. All right. Thank you for giving me credit. Listen to you. I don't have a listen. I agree with
sex toy. It's it's something. Whatever. All right. He's not ready for it. It's fine. The point is that it's fine. Maybe one day he will be. But the fact is, he just was like, oh my God, this is a sexual girl, and she doesn't really give a fuck who knows it, right? Whether it's me who came over for a booty call because I'm like, whoa, what's this vibrator doing here? Or, her dad. So
dude, you took it now. I'm just trying to think how you mistook that. Like when I said his dick stands up when he wakes up, like he needs to use her vibrator to make his dick go up. Like that doesn't even make any sense to me.
I didn't think it made sense either, but it was obviously a miscommunication.
Yeah, I was looking at it like it was like the stunt dick. Like that's what, like when, those old guys in the steakhouses who have like the fucking chicks half their age, like they show up with like a bag of like fucking Viagra and like a vibrator because, to keep her interested as they're waiting for the blue pill to kick in. That's how I was looking at it. Jesus Christ, let's fucking clarify this shit. So, anyways, my thing is, Sonia, is like just the situation that she put herself in and put him in, where he then has to walk by the dad. I mean, the whole fucking thing is just taking on water right now.
Yeah, no, it's very messy. It's a very messy situation for sure.
So there might be a lack of maturity on her side, though he's ready to like.
I mean, if they're both 22, I think that goes without saying. But yes, okay.
You just won't give this girl any sort of criticism here, Nia. Listen.
I just said they're both 22.
You said they're both 22.
Yeah.
They're both. You've already shit all over this guy. I'm just saying, like.
How am I shitting all over the guy? I'm just saying he's
okay,
not.
I'm not. It's too early to get involved in this fucking argument. Let's just plow ahead. Let's just plow ahead here.
What is the point that you're trying to get me to address here? Is
maybe she's not ready to be in a fuck. She just got kicked out of her house for fucking another guy.
Yeah.
In the house.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a very stable situation to get involved in. First of all, you're 22 years old, so you're still picking in the first round. It's not like the guy's 42 and he's single and he's got to take what's out there. There's a whole bunch of fucking, this is like you hit the NBA draft lottery. You get like the first fucking pick in the draft here. You're going to go with a woman who just got kicked out of her house for fucking you while her dad was still home and you walked by her dad? All the vibrator shit and anything, yeah, who gives a fuck about all of that? That part there, I'm saying, does he really need to hitch his wagon to that?
So he's asking if he should like
pursue a relationship because everything else other than her fucking 2 doors down from the dad and then having him walk by the dad. I mean, there are some things, Nia, that right in the beginning, despite of how nice you are and everything, there are some things that make you kind of go like, hey, you know what? Relationships are hard. Even when you're with the right person. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would say, young man, that it's...
You just trash. You're condescending to the guy.
I'm not condescending. I was trying to be funny. Excuse me. Jesus fucking Christ. I know you're the professional comedian in the relationship.
Oh, relax.
Why am I here then,
No, you were trashing the guy so bad. I thought that was another part of the trashing.
We're just not, we're not in sync there this morning there, kiddo. I would say that, it doesn't sound like, she's the girl for you. How about that?
There we go.
How's that?
That wasn't so bad. Hey, I did that whole thing.
I'm going to leave out why I don't think so. But.
Yeah, I know why. Because he's not mature enough to handle a fucking blah, 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 blah.
She's not mature enough either, obviously. They're both immature.
All right. You know what I like about me walking away is your voice is fading away in the background. I got to go downstairs where the fucking...
That's it?
Yeah. Where the fucking questions are.
No.
That's it.
All right.
All right.
Au revoir.
in your little attic loft here. Don't sit up too quickly. You'll hit your head on the beam again.
I know.
Oh, Jesus. Au revoir, madame. We got a little tree fort apartment here. All right. Here we go. That was a fucking waste of goddamn... I thought she was finally going to agree with me. Just one of these times I wanted to fucking agree with me. She just won't do it. She just will not do it. All right. Fuck. This thing's going to take forever to load. This fucking slow-ass internet here. Let's, I got to read a couple more advertisements, then I'll blow through these last couple of questions. All right. Trunk Club, everybody. Trunk Club. Guys, you might hate shopping, but you still want to look good, right? What if you could snap your fingers and have a trunk full of clothes that fit perfectly and make you look amazing? You're going to love what you get delivered. You're going to love what gets delivered to you from Trunk Club. At trunkclub.com/Burr, you answer a few simple questions about your look, style, and size, and then they assign a real person who helps to style you. They email you a list of clothes they recommend sending you. You approve it at no cost to you. They ship a trunk full of fresh new clothes to your door. Try them on, keep what you want, send back what you don't in their prepaid box. That's it. A better wardrobe than you could ever pick out yourself in minutes. Or maybe you could pick out just as good a wardrobe, but if someone else is going to fucking do it, why do you need to do it, right? Did I mention the service is free? Your stylist, the shopping, the box, even the shipping, all 100% free when you go to trunkclub.com/Burr. Only pay for the clothes you keep. No ongoing subscriptions, no hidden charges, no malls. Just great clothes handpicked for your style. All right? You're going to thank me on this, and right now it's completely free. Go get started at trunkclub.com/Burr today. That's trunkclub.com/Burr. All right, and lastly but not leastly, LegalZoom. Are you the next world-famous entrepreneur? Or maybe you don't care about fame. I do. You just want to help people. Whatever your motivation, if you're an innovator, it's easy to launch your dream this month with LegalZoom. Incorporate or form an LLC to start your business. Register your trademark to protect your products and services. Apply for a patent to secure your invention. These are all fragments, and they keep having, like, apply for a patent to secure your invention. Is that a fragment? Register your trademark to protect your products and services. Don't you need a subject? You should? I don't fucking know. Maybe I'm wrong. Bill, why are you diagramming sentences? Just read the goddamn copy. Over the past decade, LegalZoom has helped more than 1 million people just like you turn their ideas into reality. So, what's special about this month? Well, for a limited time, you can get special savings on any trademark, copyright, or provisional patent application. Go to LegalZoom.com today to get started. They even can help you if you have a great idea but you're not sure where to begin. Since they are not a law firm, you can get advice from LegalZoom's network of independent attorneys in most states. That means you can get the guidance you need to get your great idea off of the ground. Don't forget to enter Burr, B-U-R-R, in the referral box at this month's at checkout this month for your special discount. LegalZoom.com, promo code Burr. Legal help is here. All right. All right, where am I right now? All right, sister is a cunt. Jesus. All right, hey there, gingerhead man. Oh, I get it. A little play on words there. Oh, Jesus. I'm a 20-year-old guy who desperately needs advice from their favorite comedian. From his favorite comedian. So I'll get to the point. My sister is a cunt. Jesus Christ. This guy's not pulling any punches here. To give you a small sample of her, I'll elaborate a bit. All right, so in a small sample, you're going to elaborate? Well, this guy's just fucking, he's yinging and yanging. He's zigging and zagging. She's a narcissist. Yinging and yanging was bad. She's a narcissist to her very core and is straight up stupid. She sounds like she's hot. She is abusive to my dad. Oh, she's definitely good looking. Even though he has cut his room in half to accommodate her moving into his small apartment. She hurls insults at him, and when she doesn't get her way and talks shit under her breath, she hurls insults at him when she doesn't get her way and talks shit under her breath so he can't hear it. But I can, and it's fucking infuriating. My dad is really a good man who has worked as a teacher for nearly 30 years, and I respect the hell out of him. It kills me to see her treat him like yesterday's dog shit. Also, she's a massive whore. Jesus, buddy. This is your sister? Since I almost know... I almost know that she sucks dick for weed. All right, dude, this is getting sad here. Truly, she is one of the most ugly and insensitive people that could ever exist. In addition to that, she loves to talk about how good she looks. She's lost a lot of weight, and while I was supportive at first, she rapidly began to make fun of me and made me feel bad about my body to prop herself up. Dude, this is like a reality show. This is sad on so many different levels. Fun fact, she starved herself, became a bulimic, took weight loss pills, and never worked out. So what the fuck gives that bitch the right to say anything to anyone about how they look? All right, dude, you got a lot of anger towards your sister. You've established this. Now I need your help. With your unique attitude of take no shit. Dude, I take plenty of shit. How do you handle... It's easy to not take any shit was a fucking individual on a podcast not talking to anybody. How do you handle someone like that? I'm sure you've met hundreds like her. What can you say? What can you do to rein in this psycho bitch? She abuses my dad. She treats my little brother and I like total shit, and she doesn't do anything to keep the place clean. So that usually falls on my dad and I. All she does is use people, and when they aren't useful anymore, she discards them like trash. She's truly someone I've grown to despise and resent. I try and keep her out of my mind as much as possible to keep my own sanity. I would have disowned her, but since she lives with me, it makes it difficult. I feel bad for my dad because he has to watch my sister and I argue. I always have my dad's back and yell at her when she says some of her usual crap that doesn't really do it anymore. But that doesn't really do it anymore. I'm not someone who has problems with a lot of people. Most of the people I've met who know her have told me similar horror stories. If you can't think of anything to suggest, I'd gladly accept it if you just bash her on the podcast. It won't solve anything, but it will give me something to smile about when I see that dumb bitch come hopping into the living room, acting like her shit doesn't stink. Thanks for hearing me out, Bill. All the best to you, Nia and Cleo. All right. Well, you are living in some cramped quarters, so that's definitely going to make you guys not like each other. It doesn't seem like your dad calls her out on her behavior. So I would say I would start working on my own life, which is I would make enough money to move out. And if she's truly as horrible as you're saying, I would try to just see her on Thanksgiving and Christmas. And, you know, that stuff about her being bulimic and starving herself and taking weight loss pills is definitely probably should be addressed at some point. Mm-hmm. Understatement. Oh, look who's back. Look who's back. Old cutie pie. I'm kind of glad you didn't see all this. This guy just said a bunch of horrible stuff about his sister.
I saw it, that she's a whore.
Well, and she also seems like a complete sociopath, that she just kind of uses people, and when she can't...
She's got a lot of shit going on, it sounds like.
But this is also just...
Sounds like a mess. But
it's also
if she has an eating disorder, that's a whole... It's like a mental illness.
Maybe she's just dizzy.
No.
Sorry, my fucking...
No, someone with an eating disorder, that's hardcore. Because, like, if it's, like, really...
I knew a girl who was bulimic, but she was a really nice person. She wasn't walking around treating people like shit. So I think if this girl had
not everyone's gonna, like, go about it the same.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe if she has, like, a full belly, she'd still be a cunt.
That is very true. Or she's, like, a fucking just a mess. It's kind of like when people have addicts or whatever as siblings, and they feel like everyone is sort of, like, tiptoeing around them. And they're like, this person is a fucking jerk and an asshole. Why are we, and I'm doing all the right things. Like, I don't understand why they're being tiptoed around, and it's not fair.
Yeah, I think all three of them, her little brother, and her dad should say, like, listen, if you don't stop acting the way you're acting, you got to move out. Mm-hmm. That's basically it. And then when she, stomps around like some fucking, Clydesdale.
I wonder if they ever had any, like, good times together, other than when they were, like, 6 or something. Like, had they ever, like, gone out to eat and been like,
I have no idea.
What's going on with you? Like, why are you so angry all the time? Or is, like, her behavior so bad that you don't even want to be in the same room with her? But I heard what you said. Like, he should move out. That's basically the best solution, I think. Is just to get
I think she's watching too many of those fucking shows where, you know, she thinks she's got to have some fucking certain kind of shoes and that type of shit. Her dad's a teacher. They're living in this small-ass apartment. And I think she wants the finer things in life, and she's going to get it however she needs to get it. So right now she's like, all right, I'm going to get all skinny. I'm going to fucking bang my way to some weed and a nice car. And I think you got a full-on sociopath on your hands. That's what I think. And I think you guys need to gang up against her, tell her to fucking get her shit together, that she has to move out. And if your dad can't get past the fact that that's the apple of her eye and he doesn't want to do anything, then you got to choose yourself, and I would move the fuck out. That's it. All right. Awful laugh. Oh, my God, Neil.
Why are you saying that she's a sociopath? I'm just curious.
Because she treats her dads like shit. She fucking uses people. This is his description.
Oh.
She uses people, and when she can't get anything from them, she completely discards them, which means she has no use for them. Like,
right.
They're like a light bulb that burned out. All right.
I understand what discard means. Sorry, I just had to. I'm sorry.
Jesus. All right. You know what? I deserve that. All right. Awful laugh. Hey, Mr. Bill Birth Canal. They try to come up with clever ways to with my name.
I see.
Hey, Bill Gingerhead Man. Instead of Gingerbread Man.
That's good.
That's decent, right?
Yeah,
that's all right.
that's okay.
All right. I need the brilliant wisdom that only a middle-aged, balding redhead could give. See that? This is how they do it. They compliment and they slap me around a little bit. I'm dating a lady who could win a Hooters model contest.
Wow. She could win a Hooters model contest? Fly that girl to Paris and put her on the runway at Chanel. Sorry.
Why do you guys hate it when we say you're pretty?
No, it's not that. It's just like that is supposed to be like this fucking ultimate compliment that she can win a modeling contest at Hooters. I'm any other woman who's, and this is nothing against Hooters, actually, because
don't alligator arm it. Shit on Hooters. Go ahead.
No, but I'm saying, like, it's just funny to me what men or young guys consider a compliment. She could win a fucking Hooters modeling contest. I'm sorry. If there's any girls that work at Hooters, I fucking love Hooters, and the girls are super sweet.
You don't like Hooters, and you don't think it's suited. You're insulted by it.
I'm not. I think it's funny the way he described her as saying she could win a Hooters. There's something really funny about that.
All right, there is something funny about that, but I'll tell you this stuff. There's something else. You're thinking about. You got to go on the road with me, though, Nia.
Okay.
You got to go on the road. You got to understand. You know, when you live in the middle of fucking nowhere. You know, when you get big deals, you go down to the fucking Cracker Barrel, and you get down to one little golf peg, and that means you're a genius. That's out there, Nia, out there in the sticks.
You think I'm being classist by laughing at that description? Because he can't just say, this girl is really beautiful. Because he goes on to say,
I'm actually
she's
being
funny, intelligent, level-headed, and has a smoking. Those are wonderful things. But like the Hooters model contest, first of all, I didn't know that they had model contests.
Listen.
You mean that she could get a job at Hooters? Because
hey, can I get a word in here? I was being a dick.
Oh.
I'm joking around. I love Cracker Barrel, and I love when I fucking get down to the one little golf spike. It makes me feel like I am intelligent. They got that little game. If you can.
I haven't been to Cracker Barrel in a million.
You shouldn't, because they said that racist shit a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly.
And I betray our relationship every time I go there and get their eggs. All right, she's funny, intelligent, level-headed, and has a smoking hot body and an epic chest.
Well, maybe that's where the Hooters part comes in.
Yeah, she's got a great fucking rack.
The Hooters model contest. All right, I'm sorry.
What should he have said? Applebee's fucking...
Just like
spring chicken?
An incredibly subpar fucking restaurant chain with the most basic requirements.
Do you realize what a snob you sound like to be sitting here in Paris shitting on Hooters?
Do.
Fuck you.
Absolutely
Fuck
do.
you. You know what? No croissant for you today, mademoiselle.
But absolutely, I love it. I love their popcorn shrimp.
Yeah, you see that,
really
Nia?
good.
Don't ever
And the
forget
lemon-
that, Nia.
and the lemon
Don't ever
pepper
fucking
wings.
forget that.
I don't ever forget
I don't give a
that.
fuck where you're at
I took my
or what
sister
you're
on her
doing.
birthday
At the
last
end of
year.
the day, you like Hooters lemon popcorn shrimp.
Not lemon popcorn shrimp. The lemon pepper wings and the buffalo popcorn shrimp. That shit is amazing. And they have really big drinks. It could be a little stronger, though. At least in the Hollywood one. But, no, I really don't have a problem with
I just saw the final 10 years of your life.
What?
You're just an absolute lush sitting next to a pool. Why isn't this fucking martini any bigger? Eating fucking lemon chicken wings.
Ugh, I would never have a martini at fucking Hooters. I mean, a margarita maybe.
Ugh.
Like, that's the kind of place you get a fireball shot.
You know what, Nia? You really sound gross right now. All right. This is my fault.
Anyway, let's go on.
This is my fault.
Both her looks and personality are
Shut
a
up.
solid
I'm
10.
reading this.
Why would I complain, you ask? Well, because you're a guy, and so you have to complain about something. Because every
Wow,
time
that
she
sounds
laughs,
familiar.
I feel like putting a bullet in my head. It sounds like a coyote in a trash compactor. When we're at dinner, at Hooters, I assume, she laughs as loud and as awful as she can. I can see all the shot tables in my peripheral vision and hear the babies nearby begin to violently weep. Okay, now you're being hyperbolic. Whenever she laughs, I do my best to stare at her rack and appreciate her until the storm is over. This is actually kind of funny. This girl is practically wife material. With every laugh, I lose the will to live. I'm a 26-year-old male with options. Right. But really.
Oh, you know what? You're such an asshole. You just shit all over the guy. That's good. You balance it out. Nothing the guy said. That whole fucking hyperbole thing. If some woman wrote that, like a coyote and trash compactor and like the babies crying around there, you would have laughed. Oh my God, this girl's hilarious. But if a guy does it, they're a fucking asshole. Let me finish this out. I got you, buddy. Here we go. This girl is practically wife, but 26-year-old male with options. He does have options. And with Facebook now, the world is his option.
Oh, Grandpa.
I'm sorry. What is it, Instagram?
Yes.
Is it a meme? Is that how you meet somebody now? Pussy meme. But realistically, I don't know if I have the potential to top this girl. Dude, you're selling yourself short. What do? Do I suck it up and look past it? Or do I put on the breakup suit and dump her moments before leaping out of the car? Your advice and possibly the lovely Nia's would be wonderful. It calls you the lovely Nia and you're shitting on him. I'm sure I speak for many when I say, okay. Sincerely, possible suicide victim. All right, dude, you don't love this girl enough to look past her laugh, because I really think if you really loved her, the fact that she had that crazy laugh, it would actually, in some weird way, you'd find it adorable. I think she's just hot.
Yeah, that's true.
I think she's hot. I think you have a little bit of low self-esteem where you're looking at your age. Like, what do you got? Fucking eggs in you? You don't. All right, you're a guy. You're young forever. You know, your biological clock isn't ticking. You know, I just say this shit just to get you going. All right, you're 26-year-old. Yeah, you got all the options in the world. She's fucking smoking hot, right? Bang her one more time and then fucking dump her. Right? Sorry, I'm fucking with you. Just get out of it. Just get out of the relationship. And that's the thing, though. But don't tell her why. Don't say because you fucking laugh. Because she can't do anything about her laugh, Nia.
I know. I feel bad. I actually feel bad for them both. Because it's like, I was just trying to put myself in the situation. Like being crazy about you, and if you just had like the worst laugh, like if you, yeah. Like we know somebody that has a laugh like that. That's like kind of like has like a honking in their laugh, and it's funny. But I'm sure the first time the person he's with heard it, she was like, "Whoa, okay." But the thing is, a person who laughs like that, you laugh at them for their laugh. They laugh even more. Everybody laughs at them, and it becomes like that girl with the crazy laugh.
If you love them.
You're right.
If you don't, you're like, oh my God, I want to kill this
person.
person.
Is it really that bad? Like, is it? I wish.
Hey, I'm not
going to
say the name. I'm not going to say the name. But I used to have somebody, one of my agents.
That's who I was just talking about.
Yeah, one of my agents, and I loved him to death, and I actually loved his laugh, especially because you could hear it when he was in the crowd, and I knew that he thought the joke was funny. And he'd seen a bunch of comedy, so to really get him to laugh was an amazing thing.
I feel like I can hear it right now.
Yeah, so I remember being on stage at Caroline's, and I'm killing for a half an hour, and I knew he was in the crowd, but I'm not thinking that. I'm just thinking of doing my shit. And about a half hour in, I tried this new bit, and I riffed this thing, and it fucking killed. And in the middle of it, I hear in the back of the club, I just hear,
Yep, the honk.
yeah, but I'm not even doing the thing. Yeah. And and he hated his laugh too. He hated his laugh, and he's just like, I know, that's how I laugh, and blah 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 blah. But fucking sweetheart of a guy.
Yeah, but he's a great person. And
we're talking about him like he's dead. No,
I know
he's,
he is currently.
Yeah. I got to wrap this podcast up because this internet here stinks, and this is going to take me forever to upload this. Did I really go an hour and a half? Fuck. Really quickly, Nia. Sorry for the getting you there too early to the tennis match. You hung in there like a fucking champ.
Oh, did you talk about that?
Yeah, I basically said that I had a great fucking time, but that crowd is not my crowd.
No, the tennis crowd.
I mean, let's get into the Hooters crowd isn't your crowd either, Nia.
I love the Hooters crowd. Well, maybe not the crowd, but the restaurant.
All right.
I like the Hooters restaurant. The tennis crowd it's a weird one because you've got all this shh shh shh, and then you've got the rogue person that's like, "Come on, Casey!" Like when we were in Australia, you got
people getting mad. They get mad at somebody yelling.
People who scream out because it's like they have to concentrate. Kind of like if you were to do that on a golf field. I feel like it's a similar thing, right?
Literally what I just said.
Go Tiger! Oh, okay.
It's a golf course.
Yeah, so it's weird, but there's this aggression to it as well. Yes.
It's a golf course, not a golf field.
Did I say golf field?
A golf stadium. When you're at the golf arena. All right, I have to wrap this up because this thing's going to take forever to load. All right?
Okay.
All right, that's it. Once again, thank you for everybody for listening. Thanks for writing in all of that shit. I got my tour coming up when I get back. I can't wait to do stand-up. I miss it, man. I fucking miss it. Let me read off the dates here. I will be in Portland, Oregon. I fucking love that town.
The 90s is alive in Portland.
I never even heard that. Portland, Oregon.
I'm singing the theme to Portland.
You ever been to Portland?
No. Can I come to that one? I would love to.
No, I've spent enough time with you.
No.
I've spent enough time with you. I'm sick of you. Portland, Oregon.
Oh, that's not true.
Listen, Nia, I'm telling you, some of the best fucking food. Portland and Seattle.
I want to go to Portland. I hear it's beautiful.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
It's full of cool ass people.
It's fucking unbelievable. Sacramento, California. I'm going next, June 19th.
The capital.
June 19th. Now, I don't know shit about Sacramento, other than I used to stay in this horrific comedy club condo across from the Punchline out there. And the only thing I could do is walk to this dirty McDonald's where there was this crackhead. So I'm holding out.
I thought Sacramento was a bunch of really rich Republican white people.
Not the part I was staying
in.
Oh. Reno, Bizarre Guitar and Gun Shop. Definitely going to swing by there. Santa Rosa, never been there. I'm playing that on June 21st. June 22nd, I'm in San Jose. I've been there a bunch of times. I love that fucking town. Fresno, never been to Fresno. One thing I've seen there is about gang activity, and they have a good football team. Well, they did. I don't know how they've been doing the last couple of years. Then I'm in Bakersfield, California. Then Highland, California.
Why are you saying it with a southern accent?
I don't know why. It just sounds like Buddy Baker, wasn't that? Brewster Baker.
Remember that show?
Kenny Rogers. That's why. Brewster Baker. Kenny Rogers.
Bakersfield PD. Do you remember that show?
No.
Okay.
Then I'm in Las Vegas on the 26th at the Mirage, and then I'm in Tucson, Arizona. How fucking cool is that tour?
Very cool.
All down the West Coast, and
Who is Arlene Schnitzer? The Arlene Schnitzer Concert Hall. Who is that?
Somebody who died, but accomplished.
Is it a woman that invented something, perhaps? Did you tell them about
accomplished enough in life?
Did you tell them about the Veuve Clicquot tour that we went on, and how you turned to me and you were like, a woman inventor? Shut up, BB.
Oh yeah,
Remember
yeah.
that?
Yeah, we'll tell that next time.
Okay, that sounds good.
No. Okay, Veuve Clicquot, is that what it is?
Veuve Clicquot.
Yeah, my wife is such a drunk. She wanted to take a tour of how they make champagne.
Yeah.
So we fucking drive out to the countryside and went to this really cool ass town. I forget what it was called, and we took a tour of this thing. And I hate champagne. Gives me a brutal hangover. I don't like sweet shit, right? So they used to have these mines where they dug for chalk, and you went down like these. Oh, shut up! They went down these 80 fucking. How do I get through this? It's such a cool fucking story.
Sorry.
I'll tell it on Thursday. Anyways, long story short, a guy actually came up with the shit, and then he died at 27, and then she was the love of his life. Veuve Clicquot, Veuve means the widow, and that was the last name. She kept the last name of her husband that died, and she took over the champagne, but she fucking perfected it and took it to the next level and invented a way to get that sentiment out of it to make it clear as shit. And she kind of did some fucking scumbag shit, though, that all great companies have to do if they're going to go internationally. When Napoleon lost to the Russians, okay, French guy, they lost to the Russians, and the Russians wanted to celebrate. She fucking sent them over champagne to the people that fucking just beat
Not
her
exactly
own
very
countries.
Patriotic, but
Yeah, it's fucking horrific. But I'll tell you right now,
political moves.
yeah. But you know what? Every
Getting
goddamn
that shit international, son.
yeah. She behaved like a bank does. They got money on both horses. Whoever wins, they still win. Like Don King, but at a fucking corporate level. All right, I'm done. Go fuck yourselves. I'll talk to you on Thursday. I'll check in on you.